They're here. What's in the box? What's in the box? Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of What's in the Box. My name is Bill Bush, of course, from JetRangeHeroes.com. You can follow me over at Range Heroes on Instagram, TikTok, the works, all the social media platforms. You can find me there. This is That Range Life, a channel sometimes about golf. And before we get going here, go down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell, so you get notified every time we post a video here on the channel. You don't want to miss it. All right. I'm very excited about this one today. I showed you in the cold open there, a Ben Hogan Golf box. I can tell by the weight it's probably irons. Yeah, I guess I don't know. We'll find out together. But for those of you who do not know, Ben Hogan Golf's been in the game, so 75 years, give or take. Ben Hogan himself was a McGregor guy. McGregor made him his clubs, had his own signature lines and what have you. And then, the opportunity was there. He went off, started his own club business, I'm sure with other people involved. And the rest is history. Some of the best forged irons in the game came out from in the game's history came out from Hogan Golf, and it's really good stuff throughout the years. And then unfortunately, the business was doing a direct-to-consumer model that for one reason or another didn't work out. It went under, but someone saw the opportunity, swept in, revived the brand, and they're back. They're back with a full lineup. We have woods, irons, putters, wedges, and it's looking like some pretty nice, stuff. So I'm really excited as a vintage club nerd myself, and I think it's a cool story in general from the rising from the ashes, right? So I'm excited to get into this. Let's just get to it, all right? See what we got here. Nice and heavy. Knife safety, away from yourself, remember. Okay. One more. Slamming doors in my house while I'm making this video for you. Oh, a couple more. Missed some. My apologies. All right, now let's try. I didn't even have it the right direction. That's part of the problem here. Okay. It's too hard to flip around. Maybe I can do it. I can't really do it that well. Anyway, nice little quote when you open this up from Ben Hogan Golf. A well-hit golf shot is a feeling that goes up the shaft, right into your hands, and into your heart. Quote, Ben Hogan. Let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like a full set of 4 through pitching wedge irons. So we won't open all of them, but I'll get one out here. Pull the plastic bubble wrap protective layer off. We have the 7 iron, a great number. And let's see what I can tell you from this one. It looks to me, from the little bit of research I've done around their website, that this is the Hogan Icon blade. So the Hogan Icon blade. So there are a few options available, but this one is the like a classic muscleback, forged muscleback, and as they say on their website, the Icon is the blades that Mr. Hogan would have played, and I think that's more in the modern game, because they're quite a bit different than the classic stuff he was playing. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So there's clearly that traditional old school inspiration in it, but if you pay attention to how blades are getting made these days, there's some more modern design elements in it. And one thing I want to point out, you can see and I'll put some pictures in here that give you a close look, but this perimeter weighting around here, or I should say perimeter cutout, is very reminiscent of like the 72, 73 Hogan Apex musclebacks. and it has that vibe to it. But what's different here is this is a pretty significant weight pad around the sole, and the idea of this is to bring the center of gravity a little lower in the head. So these muscle pads being lower, thicker, and heavier, instead of having all the weight up top toward the top line, that would make your center of gravity higher, giving you a lower spinning, lower launching, more penetrating flight. Don't forget that. We're going to come back to that note in a second. But putting it lower in the head makes it a little easier to launch, gives you a little more spin to hold it up in the air, get some carry, and then a little bite when you come down, hit the green softly. But one of the things they do here in this icon is there's a progressive center of gravity. What do they call it? I had to look at a note. Progressive center of mass. So there's going to be more weight down here in the sole of the club, or toward the sole of the club, in the longer irons, and then more weight higher up in the head in the shorter irons to get that more penetrating dart-like flight. But it's progressive through the set, so it's strategically placed in each club to give you the more ideal performance. Now, while that's modern, the rest of it's pretty classic blade. You have a very a thin top line, minimal offset, and a good compact profile. It's not, I wouldn't say it's tiny from heel to toe, but it's not large by any means. I think as far as contemporary blades go, it's pretty tried and true right there. So definite blade profile. Looks, I mean, what do I know? But like it's a pretty nice clean forging in terms of fit and finish. Looks really good. Anyway, so compact profile, and then they have what they're calling a V sole. So it's a high bounce leading edge and a lower bounce trailing edge. So the idea being, I'm guessing the V, while it makes sort of a V shape, stands for versatile. It's a versatile sole. So they want it to feel similar whether you're cutting through the rough or you're on a tight lie on the fairway. You have the relief you need in the right places on the sole for a nice clean shot. It'll have good turf interaction no matter where. And it'll prevent digging on those thin shots, and as well and digging down into the deep salad, if you will, and a shot out of the rough. Okay, within reason. I think you're going to find yourself in some situations there's nothing you can do. I'm sure I'll find out plenty myself when I test these. Okay. Another thing I noticed when I was looking these up on the website, while these are more traditional blades and geared towards the player looking for probably more shot shaping and control and not so much distance and forgiveness, they do have slightly stronger loss. I think the pitching wedge was 46 degrees. So it's not crazy, but it's not old school 48, but that's all right. Again, I think with the lower center of gravities, we'll find out. We'll see how much of a monster that is for me. And then the 4-iron was 22 degrees as opposed to like a old school 24-degree 4-iron. All right. What else? So 2 finishes. This is the chrome finish, and then you can also get it in a black, really nice black finish. That's a plating, so it's more durable as opposed to like a quote unquote painted on finish. It'll wear off real quick. So that's been really popular. As long as these have been available, that black finish has been sold out. I've been keeping an eye on it. So if you're looking for the Ben Hogan Icon in black, keep your eyes peeled on that website and be ready to act quick. You can get them in 4 through pitching wedge, like I have here. You can get them in 5 through pitching wedge. 4 through pitching wedge, $7.99.99. 5 through pitching wedge is $6.99.99, I believe. So pretty good deal for a forged blade iron of this quality. Custom shaft options available, if you want to call them custom. Comes with you can get the UST Recoil 760. You can get the Dynamic Gold S300, which is what I went with here, and the KBS Tour V or the KBS Tour. So 4 pretty solid shaft options to choose from at that price point. And then they offer 2 different lambkin grips, the Lambkin Z5, which is what is on here, or the Lambkin Crossline. All of them with Hogan branding on them, fitting into the theme nicely. But I didn't catch this. They even have the black with red ferrules, classic Hogan style. But good looking irons, really really sharp. I'm very very excited about these, and where I think the story of the Again, they're rising from the ashes, and the people who are doing the Hogan Golf thing now, I'm really excited to see what they crank out and the quality of the clubs. We, of course, will test them and put a video together here on the site. I'm sorry. Well, I'll do a review on the website too, but here on the YouTube channel, that's what you call it. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified and don't miss it when it goes up. Go to the website. The review will be there. Do me that favor, driverangeheroes.com. Can't wait. Really excited to get going with these, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.